see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looks as if he's going to run it. Lots of running room. At the 30. He's at the and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. With the catch, it's Lemon. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Let's talk for just a second here about USC. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
Wants to throw again. He's going for it all. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. From the gun, looking for a man. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense, they just don't feel comfortable running the football. First and goal situation, a lot of times it's a run. They throw an incomplete pass. Second and goal, it's a sack. This offense, they've got to find a way to stretch this defense. Maybe some crossing routes. Maybe throw it up to one of the big fellas. They got to find something better to execute down here in the red zone.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Leaves it with the back. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. Running to Green. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. The toss sweep to the right. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Wants to throw. It's Washington. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And that's
played by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Terrapins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws it back. Rushes on him. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The lone back's got it. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. For all the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quarterback adapting. He'll throw it. This one's complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
USC.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Caught behind the line, it's Smith. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Pickup of 10. And that's good enough for a first down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll try the right side. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Finds his man. It's Sanders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet blown catch is plenty to give him a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
So now it's second and long. Just keeps slinging it. Steps away to find some room. Pulls it in. It's Lemon. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Quick completion on the out, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Back to throw. It's Mayava. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later.
Turning it on! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Trojans will hustle to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Trojans line it up with a first and goal. It's complete to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. When a defense is backed up like this, you've got nothing to lose anyway. They're aggressive and create the negative play.
Yeah, they're being aggressive, Reese, and it seems like at this point on the field, they're actually starting to dictate to the offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Gets the back moving. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Oklahoma. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air, it's Mayava. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Terrapins!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Sanders. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Under fire. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He'll get rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Pulls it in, it's Crockett. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Bringing the heat.
about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give is to Miller. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better.
Gets loose in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Mayava. Under fire! And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Lemon. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Complete to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Straka. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Trojans are rolling down the field. Power football with the run. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his 25. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch it.
There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Maryland! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Florida is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Gainesville. They're trailing by 19 to Oklahoma. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Finds his man down the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Hand off from the shotgun. Makes a pass to Marker. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Got it! Into the end zone! makes it a 28-21 score. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Manning. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Smith takes the handoff. Moving past the 25. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. To throw, it's Washington. Here comes the heat. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go with a direct snap.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's a heat. Gonna try to get it himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Finds his man, it's Williams. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. They hope to to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I don't know about this decision. Tie game, fourth quarter. They're lining up for an onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
He's got him this time. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Now the connection takes it to the 11. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
He caught it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Trying to bow his way in. Touchdown, Trojans. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
He'll bring it out. It's Manning. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give is to Smith. Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Right back to the well. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
No mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Now, I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. There he goes! They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans enter the final minute with the lead. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Jordan. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports